So today I want to let you know that perfection is possible. If you are a believer in Jesus Christ, he's called you to be perfect. The Bible tells us so many times that perfection is possible and that it's also something that God is looking for you to attain. How do you do that? Romans 12:2 tells us to be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of our mind so that we can prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. Not only that, when you get to James, the 1st chapter, the 4th verse, it says, but let patience have her perfect work, that you may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing. So there you see that perfection is possible. Because perfection doesn't mean what we think it means. Perfection is actually very subjective in the world. But when you're dealing with God, perfection is very clear. Perfection is spiritual maturity. It's being a full-grown or mature believer in Jesus Christ, meaning that the only thing that you're doing is living out the will of God in your life. Hence is why the only way to be perfect is to live out the will of God. But you can only live out the will of God if you are doing and practicing his word. That's where you become a doer of the word and not a hearer only, deceiving your own self. In essence, the will of God is perfect. The will of God is complete. It's whole. It's sound. So by you doing that, you now become complete because you're practicing completion. I know it sounds crazy, but you're practicing perfection so you can become perfect. So as a believer, you shouldn't say anymore that, oh, I'm only human. That's a very faithless thing to say because God called you to be perfect, not to just be human, mere human, only a human. Why would the Bible tell us that we choose to die as mere men? Meaning you can be so much more than that. But it's only if you attain to perfection. And what I mean by that is attain to completing the will of God in your life and doing and practicing his perfect will. All right? Have a blessed day.